What's up guys, gathered here pull string fire. About 4 years ago I think I have put to the test one of these, and they have rebranded and seems like redesigned it a little bit. For the most part same thing, but as I remember it's a little bit smaller now, so a little bit more efficient. You can fit way more to go hiking with you. I don't know, maybe it's the same size, but to me first impressions it's the same. There is a green wire and a red wire. Pretty cool, simple instructions, but I already know how to use it, so let me show you how to do it. Build yourself a little fire and have some extra standby before you load it up even more. Grab one of these green wires and put it over one of the logs, or even better, put it over a couple of them. Then what we're going to do is grab this string, it's about a foot or so, and we're just gonna pull on it, see what happens. Wow, you kind of just pull on it hard. It looked like, started out like a little smoke grenade, and then it's burning too so well. It looks like a flare straight up. It started out to be burning like a flare, have a really red core to it. And obviously next what you can do is just reposition it and load it up with sticks, and it's going to burn really well, and you'll have no problem starting a fire even with the bigger sticks like that. Look, it feels super red on the inside of that little fire starter. Okay, look, this is a really thick log, don't have to worry about small twigs. This one is perfect right here too, but if you start in fire with matches, you need to have some kind of smaller twigs. With that pull string fire starter, you don't need anything, just stack it up. Don't have to know how to start a fire. Stack up all the firewood and pull on it, and it's going to get the fire going pretty easily. Very nice, I really like new logo for sure. What do you guys think? After a couple of minutes you can see the pull string fire starter still burning, but at this point all the sticks and firewood are burning as well. Even though they're really big, obviously make sure they're somewhat dry, but if you look on the inside over there, the pull string fire starter going really strong. And just like that, within 5 minutes you got a really good fire going. Pretty awesome. One more time I'm gonna set it up without the sticks so you guys can see what's happening and how it's burning. You can even put it too like that. Okay, you see how far it can be? Boom. You kind of just jerk it a little bit and it's gonna burn so well. And again, reliability is pretty good, just like a flare from the inside out. There's plenty of one of those fire starter inside of it. It's one of the bigger fire starters you got. Okay, now it's burning off the paper. We can actually see what's happening. It's some kind of substance, and looks like a bar that it's going to burn for quite some times. It's already been burning for a while, so yeah, no problem starting a fire. Got another instant inflate pull whatever floaty thing, but this one is a little round one. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Those things that made out of plastic usually break up within a year or two. They don't last. So this one is kind of made out of this kind of material that is not plastic. It feels like, I don't know, like a raincoat. So let's start to fill it up. Also, you don't have to be annoyed filling it up slowly. I know, did I do it? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe I should open it a bit more. Okay? Okay, and then we just spin it up. I don't think we did it. I mean, it's nice, but there's a lot of give to it. If it was breezy, it would be helping me right now, but because it's like no breeze at all, it is a lot harder to fill these things up. But once you get that technique going, you're gonna be really good at it. Let it go. Okay, this one was good. Look at the bubble at the end. That's what you want to do. Get a technique going and you'll have super tight floaty. Boom. Plug it in. At the end it's going to look like this. You have a little net over here, so it's definitely one of a kind floaty. This is amazing. My pool under renovation, pretty much taking off everything, rebuilding it from scratch. And guess what? I would have put it to the test and I love it. I probably will be use it. It seems to be will be comfortable. Every time I'm buying one of those circle floaties, it's so hard to get in on them, and then you cannot do anything because you're kind of stuck on top of them and you just can't even swim. With this one, seems like will be a lot more relaxing. You lay down here and you have a big pillow in the back right here. So I cannot wait to put to the test. Maybe I'll bring them back in some inflate pool noodles like that, and we'll put them to the test again. This one and one I just put to the test earlier. So hopefully it actually works. And once you're done, look how easy it is to just fold it up and just don't even have to sit on the floor. Bugs are eating me up. And fold it up. And then you want to do it like this way and fold it in. Boom. How cool is that? Stick it back into your baggie for the next time, so that way you don't know where to put your pool floaties in the winter time. No problem. Got another solar stove by Go Sun, but this one's something cooler. Solar plus electric hybrid oven. How cool is that? So hopefully it can charge up itself. Boom. Well, package, got it on Amazon. It's hot today, so I doubt we'll have any problems actually using it. Looks like the electric part of it will go in the car. Now let's look at this close up. Looks like we open this up, two of these things. Wow, look at that. And we can adjust it. No way, any way you want to. This is amazing. And the coolest part is easy to close. These little pieces right here. This is what the cooking part. Oops. Make sure you unfold it all the way. This is the cooking part over here. You can cook any of that good stuff. Wow, and it looks like this is the electric heater right on over here. Okay, today is super hot. Obviously electric will work, but let me show you this angle. Very beautiful. Let's open it up all the way before that plastic will melt into it, and then we're going to cook some hot dogs inside of it. Let's see how well it's going to do it. It's around 2 o'clock right now, so sun is very hot. Maybe I'll put it to the test in the winter time, because I saw the videos, they keep advertising it to me on Facebook that it can cold in very cold temperature, as long as it's sunny and stuff. Okay, let's start to boil hot dogs. Something very simple, anybody could do it, right? Open this up, fill it up with water. As you can see, that's a big canister, or whatever you want to call it, enclosure, and it's gonna hold up a lot of water. I love it. This is the biggest solar stove I own. Okay, there'll be enough. And then I'm gonna line it up with the sun and leave it here for, I don't know, like 30-40 minutes. First we will have to preheat, obviously, but it's hot dogs, so just stick them all in here. You cannot overcook hot dogs that much. Anyways, we'll see. Okay, close that and we'll pop it in. Line it up with the sun, but you gotta remember sun will turn a little bit, and also you'll have to adjust it right on the sun, so that way it's pointing it right on the sun. You know, it's amazing, this right here tells you exactly how to readjust it. You see there's a sun dot, so you want to make sure it's proper way. You see it's off right now. You want to set it up to where it touches the red dot, and it does right now. So perfect. And it says you only adjust it once an hour or something like that. Okay, 30 minutes later. Don't see a lot of steam, but it is kind of hot. Let's feel it. Oh, I think the metal, the metal is very hot over here. That's what I burned myself on. It's because we have a lot of water in there. It's starting to boil a little bit. It's not going to steam a lot because it's like 95 degrees out here. Maybe less, but it's pretty hot. Okay, it's still good. Okay, it's been another 30 minutes. Oh yeah, look at that. They got really thick. Let's flip them over, cook them a little bit more. This water is absolutely boiling hot almost. It's not physically boiling right now, plus it's distilled water, so I don't think it would boil anyways. But you can see the hot dogs, they're like double in size. They obviously cooked right now. It's too hot to even break it for me. Look at that. That's a boiled hot dog for sure. Amazing. This stove is very good. You can obviously boil a lot of water into here or make it really hot and cook all sorts of stuff from this thing. Once you're done, fold it all up and look how easy it is to carry it from both sides. Nice. I got right here a rinse kit. Let's see what this thing is all about. Seems like it's been used or something. I bought it on Amazon. Anyways, check out this advertisement right here. The power is insane right here too. So does it really have that much power? Let's find out. Okay, put the spigot in. Easy. Looks like the only way to plug it in is this way. Do you plug in all the way? There you go. And there's on and off. Okay, let's turn it on. And it's filling up. I wonder, how do we tell whenever it's full all the way? I guess it expands in there or something. This is how you use that key over there to open and dump out all the extra water that you don't want. But we're gonna give some pressure a little bit more. Okay, it's filled up. Now all I have to do is turn this off, turn this off. Boom. I like this easy release on and off attachment over here, and let's go try to put it to the test. Doesn't seem like a lot of water in here because it's lightweight, but okay, we need to turn it on. Okay, it's definitely pressurized. Oh wow, that's insane. Look at that. It shoots off so far. That's incredible. Okay, mist. Whoa, the mist is awesome. That is powerful. Shower? No way, look at that shower. He probably had the shower setting. That is a heavy run of shower jet. Look at that. It shoots off right at the dog almost. That is so cool. Flat is pretty nice. And central, quite far as well. Beautiful. Okay. I think this right here is my favorite. What is it? Shower. It is so far. It shoots off very nice, powerful. Let's see the run time. Obviously I already ran it for a little bit. You know what the problem with this thing? You kind of have to take a shower pretty quickly because it seems like already running out of water. So also it's nice, but I feel like it's very limited capacity of water, and the only way to refill it, you have to refill it with the spigot. So that's a huge minus. The shower I just put to the test, it's like a little bag and you just pump it with your foot and it gives you high pressure. This is way more high pressure, but look how fast we're running out of water. And you know what? It didn't feel like it was heavy. Now it's completely gone. No more water in there. It's super light. So very nice technology. I bet there's some kind of bag expense and pushing out the water. That's how it works, probably. But again, I need way more water than this to rinse it off. Maybe it's nice for the feet and rinse off a couple of your boards, but I don't know about taking a shower. But yeah, this is what I call rinse kit to rinse off all this stuff from this end. But you know what, the shower I put to the test recently, in my opinion, holds way more water. You can refill it anywhere in the lake, and easy to use. So, and whenever you pack it away, it's a lot smaller than this. So I probably will stick with the other shower than this. But they're not hiding it. Fills in 30 seconds, sprays for only 4 minutes. So it's kind of cool, but I don't know, I feel like I need bigger capacity. Got an inflatable life jacket right now. I would put it to the test inside of a swimming pool, but my swimming pool going through some renovations, so we're just gonna do dry test. We got right here 16-gram CO2 tank, and this you put it on your belt just in case you're going kayaking, whitewater rafting. This would be nice. So it's reusable, obviously. It will unfold this way, so it will be like a little pillow. Oh, nice. That's where it's gonna go into. Cool. Very easy. I kind of like it. Very tight. Also, you can open this and blow air inside here, and it tells you how to fold it. Wow, this is kind of nice. 1, 2, 3. Wow, this is easy. And 4, like that. That was it. Then we pull this out and it says stop. Make sure you put this to the side. Which side though, I don't know. Probably on that side. Once you activate it, you'll have to buy more CO2 tanks to use it again. Okay, then you want to put it over. You can put it wherever, I don't know, the back, the front, whatever more comfortable for you. Probably in the front. And let's try it. There goes nothing. I'm gonna inflate the pillow in dry. Usually you would be in the water, just grab it like that, jerk to inflate. It says jerk to inflate right here. Okay, there goes nothing. Oh, nice. And ooh, this is cold right here, freezing cold. And then you got right here a little pillow that is gonna come up. You want to make sure that you tie this up all the way so it doesn't float off. It kind of didn't inflate all the way, kind of loose, so that way you can open it up also and fill it up some more. So that way whenever you fall, like maybe under the waves stumbling around, you can inflate it quickly and then use this to fill up even more. And as you can see, it's not releasing air, so you have a nice flotation device with a stop right here and a stop over your back too. Very cool. And how do we release the air? Oh, I think you use this cup on the other side and just hold it like that. That's it. I just remember from the experience, I have had few of those before. And once again, to put it away, 1, 2, I'm gonna release it all the way, 3, and 4. And once again, you put everything away, the strap and everything. It's kind of nice. I liked it. It filled it up pretty good and easy to refill it too. We go ocean fishing all the time, and we usually don't wear a life jacket because we are adults. I think it's pretty cool invention if you go into kayak and there is no life jacket required, but you want to substitute it with that anyways. Bring it with you in case you get hurt and you cannot swim. You can pull it up and have it, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. Maybe you stand board in one of those, you can bring it with you as well. Just a cool, unique gadget. Let me know in comments below, what do you think?